So I was putting together a character tonight in a new game, and like the only group where I ever get to be a player, and it compelled me to talk about something that I sort of hope that a lot of us already understand on some base level, but sometimes I feel bears repeating and even stressing that D&D, when it is played well, is a game that is primarily about reading the room. And that might be easier to grasp from a DM perspective. Things like managing tone and staying keyed into players and how much they're enjoying what's going on, that's all very much DM 101. But the DM can be firing on all cylinders, and if the table is otherwise full of players that are just sort of there to do their own thing, the game's still gonna suffer. We talk a lot about players' contribution to the narrative being an opportunity, but not a lot about it being a shared task, your contribution to the general storytelling. A DM cannot deliver a 10 out of 10 game alone. Now, there are definitely tricks that DMs can deploy to lead this proverbial horse to water, but if you're a player and you want to help your campaign style game go from good to great, I've personally found the most success not in coming to the game as a consumer of the DM's product or even as a co writer of the story, but more as a fan of the collective project of the table. If you're a player joining in on a new game, goal number one, before you even sniff in the direction of making a character, should be to become literate not in the specific proper nouns and setting details of the game, but in the tone and general energy that the DM and the greater table are going for the overall campaign. What genre are we hitting? Is the energy dour and tactical, or energetic and funny? What kind of roles are the other players trying to play? Not mechanically, narratively. Because if you're running a story heavy game, or even just something with a continuing narrative, it doesn't really matter if you have the most mechanically balanced party of all time, if every single one of you, or even most of you, is just going to play the happy go lucky fool, or the brooding tragedy silo, or the energetic freedom fighter, then that's still conflicting overlap. You are still fighting for space in the same lane as your players when there are plenty of lanes to your left and right. It is always more rewarding to contribute to the table in a way that is unique to your player than it is to be the rogue trying to outbrew the warlock. Now, once you've built a character around that, goal number two is to catch the vibe of the table in play, but we're up on time, so if there's any interest in discussing that in a part two, or any other videos about player DM theory, let me know in the comments. For now, let it be stressed again that D&D, and tabletop games in general by extension, are social games by necessity. There will never be an instance when reading the room or considering the greater table won't improve both your experience and the table at large's experience, even in some small way. I'm so excited to play in our new game.